Wait, did North Korea just threaten war with the US? Yup. This isn't a drill. The world might have just taken a step closer to a global crisis, and it all started with a single statement from the one place known for shocking the world, North Korea. Their state-run media, KCNA, just dropped a bomb, not literally, yet, claiming that North Korea is now fully prepared to take military action against the United States. And what's even scarier? They didn't say if, they said when necessary. Flushed face. But before we panic, let's rewind. Why now? Why is Kim Jong-un suddenly acting like it's 1950 again? Well, here's what's really happening behind the scenes. In the past few weeks, tensions have exploded on the Korean peninsula like never before in recent years. The U.S. has been upping its military presence in the region, sending nuclear-capable submarines, stealth bombers, and holding joint war drills with South Korea. And North Korea. They see this as straight-up provocation. KCNA says it's hostile aggression in disguise, and they're done watching from the sidelines. North Korea says it has no choice but to consider force as an option, not diplomacy, not negotiations, but firepower. And get this, the warning wasn't vague. KCNA's report literally said, "Speaking head, the U.S. must remember that it is within our range, and we will not hesitate to defend our sovereignty with decisive military power." That's not a warning. That's a threat. So, what does military action even mean here? Are we talking missile tests, cyber attacks, a direct strike, or just another round of nuclear posturing like we've seen before? Well, North Korea has already test-fired intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, capable of hitting U.S. cities, yes, including New York, Los Angeles, and even D.C. That's not speculation. That's fact. In the last 6 months, they've launched more than 10 tests, each one getting more advanced and more dangerous. But here's where it gets even crazier. North Korea just signed a mutual defense agreement with Russia. Yeah, now imagine this, two of America's most dangerous adversaries, teaming up. Vladimir Putin even called it a strategic partnership. If things go south, could we be looking at a multi-front global conflict? Think about it. U.S. versus Russia, North Korea, possibly even China. That's a nightmare scenario. And yet, most people are ignoring this. Why? Because we're used to North Korea talking big. We've seen the headlines, the missile launches, the propaganda parades, and we've become numb to it. But experts say this time, it feels different. More calculated. More aligned with other rising global tensions. Even the Pentagon isn't brushing it off. U.S. officials responded with urgency, saying they're closely monitoring the situation and reaffirming their ironclad alliance with South Korea and Japan. In simple terms, if North Korea acts, the U.S. will respond. But here's the plot twist. Some analysts believe this is all part of a bigger chess game. North Korea may be using the threat of war to force the U.S. back to the negotiating table. They want sanctions relief, recognition as a nuclear power, and possibly global attention. Because let's face it, when was the last time the world seriously talked about North Korea? Exactly. So, what happens next? That's the million-dollar question. If North Korea follows through, even with a minor provocation, things could escalate fast. A missile fired too close to U.S. allies, a military clash near the DMZ, or worse, a miscalculation. And if that line is crossed, the U.S. response will be immediate and powerful, and that's not speculation, that's protocol. This story is developing fast. And while we hope it's just another bluff, the stakes have never been higher. So what do you think? Is North Korea bluffing again, or are we headed toward a historic confrontation? Bell subscribe so you don't miss the next 24 hours, because anything could happen. And drop your take in the comments. Should the U.S. strike first if a threat is confirmed? Or is it time to sit down and talk before it's too late? Because in 2025, one wrong move could mean global consequences.